Hey, it's great to see everybody again there. I know I've been slacking a little bit on the videos, not pumping them out as normal. Lots going on, busy. It's the time of the year. My job is busy and things, but I've been staying up with what's going on and keeping up with things and jotting a lot of things down and preparing things so that we could talk about it in the future. And I've jotted down my notes. I've got the notes and I'm going to talk about the practical ways. There's 3 right now. This message can expand much more down the road because some of you have made some requests and I'm trying to get to some requests on some things. And reason why I want to break it down to these 3 practical ways that you can spot these people. Yes, the scripture tells us what to look for, but the false prophets with how they itch the ears and the teachings and things that doesn't line up with the scriptures. But let's bring it down down to a level to where you can see and understand, because the devil, as we talk about on this channel, of him being crafty and sneaky. And one of the ways that I have on here is with these people. Many of you may notice it, that what I have on here, they look through what they're doing is they take current events, they look through the news and they try to get ahead of it. For example, if there's something saying that, well, we could have a gas shortage later on this year, or home prices look like they could fall, then they will come out with the message of, God told me gas prices are going down or going out, or there's going to be a shortage, or God told me that you won't be able to find any item in a particular grocery store. God told me that, and that's how they, stack their messages. And that's what they do. And when they do that, they got a 50-50, it's the analytics thing. They got a 50-50 shot of it possibly happening. Maybe not as high as 50. It just depends, because some of these forecasts and things be way off, just like a weatherman. And that's what they do. So that's one way that you can tell for sure with these people, if that prophet, that so-called prophet that you've been listening to, especially these 3 that I've mentioned here, as this one, Camille Hedrick, is talking about, God told her about don't leave the country right now. I mean, but then in her message, she says, well, I'm not, God told me don't speak the country where not to go. I'm not allowed to share that right now. I mean, these folks are hilarious. So God told her, yeah, there's this warning, but then I can't tell you. So God's going to just allow people to go right into danger if he supposedly told you to tell the people, don't go there. There's danger there. This and that. But no, don't tell them. I mean, these folks are silly. It's really silly. And we know that the State Department and all of that, they have the warnings of what countries not to go. Just like she's got on here talking about World War III. We know that there's war going on with Ukraine and Israel and all of these things going on. And there's a chance that it can heighten and get to a point where it could break out to a more war. So now God has told me that. You see how it goes? That's what they do. And just in case, so if a war does break out, boom, God, see, I told you. All right, and that's what they do. So that's one of their little sneaky little ways that they always do it. And people that don't follow the news and keep up with stuff, they think, oh, wow, I do remember when he or she said that. I do remember that. Joy Black comes up with, just like last year when we did it, when he talked about God showed him in some scrolls to give you a message 12 days leading up to Christmas. I mean, that's a joke.
Hi, y'all. So the Lord actually gave me a vision of these 12 scrolls that were wrapped in this red bow and these red ribbons. And he asked me to share 12 prophetic messages during the 12 days leading up to Christmas. So this is day 2, and this is what the Lord spoke to me about and what he asked me to share.
I mean, are you serious? And so that's number 1. Number 2, just like a pedophile grooms their victim and things, that's what they do. I have on here. They groom you by gaining your trust. How do they groom you by gaining your trust? So what they do is they'll sit there, and we talked about this before, they'll teach maybe try to teach a regular message. God to just, give you some positive message from the scriptures. Stick to basics, foundational type Bible truths, and stay there maybe for a week or so, or for a few comments within their section of their, so that you can read the post for the day. And maybe they copied and paste something from somewhere, because some of the stuff is, that they didn't really write it. And they'll put that in there. And you'll be like, oh, I needed that today. That's a great word today. And they feel like and you feel so encouraged, and they're lifting you up and doing all of these things. But all they're doing is grooming you for the next message that will come up, that they will claim that God told them something. That next message that they will try to push and get you to go along with them and so that they can have this validation. That's what they do. And then I have on here, number 3, they support evil is what they do. That's what they do. How do they support evil? There's a lot of ways that we can get into it. But one of the ways I have on here, they make messages about other false teachers. So just like you see, Troy Black got Stephen Furtick, and they'll start talking about, oh, God told me this, God told me about Trump, God told me about all of these other things, all of these other deals, and these other teachers that are out here. The Amanda Graces, she's supposed to be, she's got the crystal ball. She can tell you all about what's going on in society, all the way down. We're hanging out with these false financial teachers that are out here and getting you to invest and possibly lose your money in all of this, messing with these folks, these Bo Pananis and all of these other people. And even Camille Hedrick was talking about buy Bitcoin or something. She made a message on that about a couple weeks ago. And all of this having people mess their money up, listening to these folks, because that's what the devil does. Kill, steal, and destroy. And what more would he love? To bait you in with people like this, and let you destroy your finances, destroy you spiritually, destroy your relationships with people. Because do you realize that these types of people, these false teachers, have destroyed families? I've gotten messages from people where their families have been destroyed because there's someone in the family will not stop following these types of people, and they have branched off in such a way because it's a cult. And they've branched off in such a way that they think they're so much better in everything than the rest of everyone else. And folks have had to cut ties because of these types of people. These types of evil following around, and they speak on each other. They do events with each other. They'll go to church events, 10 events, all of these things. I heard Timothy Dixon talking about somebody was out at an event. This was him last week, and some people were shouting, false prophets, false prophets. They're out there calling them out. And he tried to make a message talking about, how dare you come against those that are doing the work for the Lord. You need to take that into your prayer class. See, no, you don't get to stand up there and declare, thus saith the Lord, and get away with it. And no one call you on that. That's the problem. That's why we have the chaos in the church we do today. Because many pastors sat back and let all the junk come running rampant within the church over the years. And this is what we have. Total chaos, people falling away from the faith, any type of doctrine coming within the church, and nationalism, all of it. It's all has infiltrated all of it. And it's in the church. You don't know. Now the devil has mimicked the church in such a way, you don't know whether you're coming or going into a real church or not, or dealing with a real Christian or not. But stay at these right here. Follow these little 3 points, and there's many more, and I may make more to come. But follow these. You'll see. That's all it takes to expose them. And that's what we do in this channel, expose Satan and his devices, and punch his butt right in between the chops. Evangelist for God is the channel. If you're new, consider subscribing, hit like, coming along for the journey. My name is Maurice Braxton. So until the next video, my friends, take care. God bless.